our top of the Premier League, and our top on the Champions League. First, undisputed. Yes, we are going to win everything this time around. That's what to press next this morning. And now to our main conversation. Welcome to GTV Breakfast. In today's digital age, our smartphones have become indispensable companions. But how much do they really know about us? From personalized ads to predictive suggestions, many people wonder, is my phone secretly listening to my conversations? Well, this discussion will explore the fine line between convenience and privacy, uncover how big data is collected and used, and provide practical tips for protecting your personal information. All right? So we'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back. And thank you so much for staying with us. Just before we went on the break, we were talking how we can best protect ourselves from these targeted ads and whatnot. And I want to send a special shout out to the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable John Dubello. He's a Liverpool fan, so a very big morning to you, sir. How are you doing? David, you're welcome. I'm pressing next this morning.
I can see that.
I'm pressing next this morning. We Arsenal fan, we have been through a lot. We have been through a lot. Now, we're talking big data and privacy. Can our smartphones really listen to us, or it's a myth that people are just, throwing about in the air?
Thank you and good morning to our audience and viewers. Yes, the smartphones are listening to us.
Hey.
Yes.
Everybody.
Simple, yeah. Technology, they are all listening to us.
How? Because I don't think we give them the permission to listen to us.
Do you think so? We do. Have you ever installed an application before? You have WhatsApp on your phone. Can you go and check the permission WhatsApp? You have granted it. Almost about 73 permissions you have granted WhatsApp. Do you know about that?
Oh, I know they asked me for microphone location. I think
what does that mean?
Oh no, so I can send voice notes, and stuff like that. I can place calls. That's not what it's for.
So the more convenient you become, the more easy we give our data.
Yay.
And recent times, everybody has AI on their devices.
Oh, the AI too is listening.
You have social media. Now, even when you go on Facebook now this morning, you can go to a settings called offline activity. Mm-hmm. So why offline activity? That means that even whilst I'm offline on Facebook, there's an activity going on my phone.
And it will give you a list of what you've been.
Exactly. So that's where we are saying that those things that they collect, they are saying for personalization, to be able to know who you are, your beliefs, your interests, so that they can target you with the right things that you want. Don't forget that technology, the big tech companies, talking about the Meta, the Google, they are business centers, and they really want to keep you online. Before you get online, how do you get online? You buy data to get online. And they're also money-making companies. So they want you to be online with them always. So then they will love to show you what you want and what you need so that your interests will be achieved. If your interests are achieved, you stay on the platform for a long time and they make their money. So exactly they want to know what you want. And they're also working with marketing companies, advertising firms. They want to tell them that, well, we have the audience that they can really listen to. Today, I can send my post to people who love technology. Mm-hmm. How? Mm-hmm. Because our algorithm has been able to pick out that this set of people, DK Cyber, love technology than us.
They know.
How did they get to know about all these things if they don't track us? Now, so when you're talking about this tracking, well, there are lots of myths around this that people feel that they are actively listening to your conversation.
And is that the case?
It is just a tiny acoustic fingerprint that they are picking up.
Okay, what does that mean?
All right, so let me explain. Now, when it comes to active voice, those ones are third-party permissions we give them. So an application can request for a voice recording, right? Either legitimately or unlegitimately, either your knowledge or without your consent. So we talk about how they do exploit that. That's a session we talk about. Now, so unless the third-party application, now we have something we call on-device hot word. Now, so when you do a lot of security training, on-device hot word is that sometimes I'm using my phone and I'll just mention, hey Siri, and something will pop up to listen to me.
Yeah.
So now we have a lot of hidden hot word on device that you don't know. So the fact that I just call out Siri just opened for me to listen to me and give me the response. That means that there are some words that could pop up for you to listen, but you don't know.
Yeah.
That is the fear. So there are some on-device hot word that we don't know for security. That's why I tell people that be careful about what you say when your phones are around you.
Yeah.
It's not as if the phone is actively listening to you, but there are some on-device hot word.
As soon as you say those keywords, then
Say those keywords and they start activating. Now people say that, well, our security agencies are watching us, listening to us. I mean, imagine the National Security Database and the number of people they were working with to listen to conversation of every person in this country.
over 30 million people.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And even I use 2 devices.
Yeah.
So don't not just multiply it by the number of devices.
A lot
of devices.
Yeah.
Now the important thing here is that they get some key notifications and then targeted individuals. So this one, when you are listening to me, I have seen a lot of controversial news in the space that what they are listening to us, they can just click a button and they're listening to you. It is for targeted people. Not you and I, you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, so targeted people. And also, when we use those hot keyword, right, so they have the hot word, those ones, they are words that when we say, it opens something for them to start listening to you. Example, I go to Google to search about things that we know that legitimately they are not right.
You're going to look for how to make a bomb. That one
Exactly. So the minute you start searching for such keywords, they start tracking from there to know into a database for them to know your interest, where you are heading towards. Why? Because with technology, with your privacy, we have to also secure our environment and space. We can't say that we have given you too much privacy for you to affect other people within the ecosystem. That's why they are law enforcement and they act per law. Now, if you look at those third parties,
so it's legal?
Yes, you go through law. You and I cannot get some softwares. Now, some softwares that the security agencies use, some are pet guys. Those guys, you and I cannot get them. You go with written documentations and other things. And if you look at the way they track us, you have to go through written documentation. Police cannot get up today to tell us that they are going to request for my CDR, my core data records, to find my location. They need to go to court with a written document.
Like a guy warrant sort of thing.
A warrant, because it's only the court that can tell DK that I'm taking you from your community to prisons, not the police. So they go to there, that's our jurisdiction, that's how the powers are. So they go for those written documentations to be able to do these trackings. And then they use third party. Now, when you come here, I listen to a lot of conversation because we're talking about these privacy things. WhatsApps are listening to us, they are unsafe and that. Yes.
Facebook, social media is listening because you go there, you see things that you're talking about.
Let's get things right here. WhatsApp, you and I, it says that they provide what we call end-to-end encryption. And looking at the level of those encryption, it's difficult for any state to say that we are decrypting those encrypted data we have gotten.
Okay.
Right. Now, so what happens here? Before, they now target the device the person is using, not the WhatsApp platform. Get it right.
Okay.
So now, they want to get conversations about what you are doing. They target you. They send 0-day exploit, 0-click on your devices.
0-click?
Yes. Those ones, the vulnerability is not known.
What does that entail? 0-click?
So do you know that their systems high level? We are talking about, let's be clear on this so that we don't put fear in people.
Okay.
Right. We are talking about high level exploitation, whereby with just your number, I send you a file, and then you don't need to click on it. You don't need to accept or install or download. Then I start getting remote access.
Okay.
0-day exploitations. And those ones are used for high level exploitation.
Okay.
And those ones, when they come on it, they form to be like spy app. So they spy on your device, send it to the security agencies for them to monitor. Or better still, they get backups. Now get me right, WhatsApp as a money-making agencies, they don't want to invest much in data collecting. So till now, if your data is being lost on WhatsApp, there's no way WhatsApp can find it for you.
Okay. Okay.
They don't keep our data. I mean, our conversation, they don't keep them.
Yeah.
Where do we find our conversations? On our cloud. And get me right, this morning I can show you something. You pick up your phone, right, and go to WhatsApp and go to chat. Let's do this morning so that we know something for better understanding.
Like the Play Store or something?
Yeah, no, just go to WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp,
Okay.
you are going to send me a message right now.
WhatsApp, okay.
Yes, and go to the 3 dot there and go to settings, please.
Okay.
Now, humbly go to chat. Go to chat.
Yes.
Now, chat, go down to chat backup. Go to chat backup.
Yeah.
Now, chat backup, go down. You see end-to-end encrypted backup. Is it off or on?
Mine is on.
Yes, it's on. That means you turn it on.
Yeah, mine is on.
People will check this morning and yes are off. That means that the data leaving your WhatsApp to the cloud are not encrypted. So the law enforcement authority can get it in a plain text. And that's where they will know the pattern of your conversation.
Okay, so it means the conversations like between me and you is encrypted, but once you are storing it on the cloud,
Exactly, because we're talking about a third party.
Okay.
WhatsApp doesn't have a database for you to keep it.
Okay.
So we depend on Google, iCloud.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
so we back them there. So that means that this one, so that is a little education there for us to know.
Yeah, so for you go to your WhatsApp, you go to the settings, the 3 dots at the top there. Yeah. You go to your chats.
Yes.
And then when you go to your chats, you go all the way down. You see chat backup. When you press the chat backup, you go down again and you see end-to-end encrypted backup. So you check if yours is off or on. If it's off, please put it on because that's...
So me, if you get my backups, they are encrypted. You need high-level education, high-level system
in order to
decrypt them.
Yeah.
And they are not easy. It's not about these SHA-125.
Okay, so that's one way we can protect ourselves. Yeah?
Exactly. Those are one way they can protect. So we are looking at these privacy. So they are listening to us. Now, let's get things here. We have something we call device telemetry and app telemetry. Now, let me get you right here. Device telemetry means that whilst I'm using the device, some information are being emitted constantly. My GPS location, my Wi-Fi signals, triangulations with the cell towers are being emitted, right, to somewhere. Now, when we come to the app telemetry, now with the app telemetry, the minute I on my phone, the sensors are working. The minute I bring my forehead closer, it knows that my forehead has come closer. It takes my scrolling, everything.
If the fact that I can even do facial recognition.
Yes, and that is what we are calling tiny acoustic fingerprint. So these ones are not voice listening that is listening to everything we are saying this morning. Then ask yourself, where are they keeping this information? Which database can keep phones? For me, when I started using phone, I don't remember the date. But till now, they are having my conversation being stored. Do you understand this? This you don't need to be a tech person. That's simple understanding. Who will keep such database?
No, it's too much.
You and I, we pay for the cloud after 15 gig from Google. It says that we cannot provide you free anymore because it's expensive. So just imagine that this morning, do you know how heavy voices are? Now, when these third parties are working, now let's get it right. When these third parties are working, because they are transmitting a bigger volume of information, your battery drains faster.
Okay, so that's one way you can notice.
Exactly.
Okay.
The battery drains faster. So when you are being targeted, you see that your battery might drain faster. You realize that sometimes today are anonymous screenshots being taken on your behalf.
Anonymous screenshot?
Exactly.
But don't you see the notification that says there was a screenshot?
Why? Because they are using backdoor. You have allowed it. Now get me right.
Wait. Let's go back a bit. How do we allow them? So giving them permissions like our microphones, our cameras.
Now look at this. When we are talking about these tracking stuffs, nobody gets to you just like that and say, I'm tracking you. I look at you, I do what we call information gathering about you. I know your interests. You are Arsenal fan, right? Now, I developed an application telling you that, well, this is where Arsenal fans hook up or link up, get more odd. The application you install, because your interest was on how the application functions for you, you will not check other things. There are people that their calculator on their phone are monitoring them, just the simple calculator. Why? Because there's a malware that came to sit on the out device, and that malware has transformed itself to be a calculator. That's what we call Trojan here.
But David, some of these apps, when you are installing them, they ask you, they tell you they need your location, for instance, before they can function. And so before you can use the app, perhaps your camera, and they tell you they need your location and those things. It's like you can't use it without, making them use your location.
Thank you. So since you cannot use it without accessing the app, that means that you've sold your freedom to them. You should know that.
But camera is like a basic thing. And then WhatsApp also ask you for like your voice.
So the important thing is that I know WhatsApp is with Meta.
Okay.
And they are compliant.
Okay.
It is not easy for you and I, hacker, to get into their database like that. So I know that at least I'm selling my information to them, but I'm secured. What about some of the applications that we install and we don't really know who developed it? Which company is behind it? How secure are they? Just because I'm going to get a job, there's a betting order I'm going to get. There's a signal I'm going to get from Telegram, so I installed it. So that's what I'm saying, that those applications are being installed. You see, most of these applications, that gives you free bypass. We call them crack.
Hey.
How many of us use real legitimate software? Do you know the country who do a lot of crack? Russians. And that's why Americans are afraid of Russians, because the kind of data they get, we people have no idea.
So the cracks you're using on our Windows and everything, like on our computers. Hey, I have to check mine.
No, see, let's be honest. You go to a whole institution, they use cracked version softwares.
Yeah.
And do you think that as a developer, you sit down to develop applications, somebody say that I'm going to find a crack for you?
Hey.
We are talking about data collected without our notice, big data here. And see, AI and all these guys are collecting data.
So your battery goes down, the hacked versions of stuff that we use. What about the ones where we go on websites and they say accept the cookies, otherwise you won't be able to access what you want to read there and everything?
I will say we manage cookies, rather. We don't accept all cookies, right? Now, because see, these cookies, what are they? They are not biscuits. See, cookies here, simple. They are temporary database that stores information about you and I, our activities we have on the internet or on the web. Now, so I come on GBC portal, and they said, okay, well, for us to know that this was DK Cyber, and when he came, he was looking at tech content, not political content. Let's store that behavior activities in a small database. So when DK Cyber comes again on our portal, we easily tell him that, my brother, you love tech, not politics. So we give you technology content.
Yeah.
That is it. But in the interim, those databases being stored, how are they being stored? Which information did they get?
Where are they even being stored? Do you know where it's going?
So you see, so all those things are conversation. See, the important thing is that the minute we are using technology, not to scare anybody, but know that there's a percentage of freedom being sold out.
Yeah. Okay, so we know your battery will drain, the cracked versions of stuff that we use. Are there any other ways we can tell if the phone is listening to us, and how best can we protect ourselves? Maybe not install certain apps, not give certain permissions, not accept all cookies. What are the ways we can do this?
All right, so I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do to protect it, but how to identify. We spoke about battery drainage, anonymous or kind of things that unrecognized activities on your mobile devices. And then sometimes too, your instincts tells you that no, things are
There's
not
something
right.
wrong
There's
somewhere.
something wrong,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes you check and you see, you go to your email and check all these things. There are things that might factor. Sometimes you go on your phone, check all the applications. Those are what you can do to check, right? I know the zero-day exploit that we spoke about. Now, aside that, too, how do we protect ourselves, right? I believe that when you're talking about privacy, there are some platforms that we shouldn't really use them for private stuff.
Okay.
For example, like WhatsApp. If I would rather, the option to WhatsApp, I'll use Signal.
Okay.
Right? I'll use Tremor. Yeah. Right? So those are, they encrypt our devices.
Okay.
Now, so if you are also a high state profile, there are phones that you have to use. They encrypt, not these are our phones. I'm telling you, they are there. Phones that we have to use as security professionals. Right? So they are there. And also your browser. There are some browsers, we can use them for research. I can use Chrome browser for research. I can use Safari for research. Right? But if I really want to do more private stuff, I will think of the Brave browser.
Okay.
It doesn't really takes all those kind of.
What about the DuckDuckGo?
Yes, so DuckDuckGo, Brave browser, they are all together, right? And if I want to use email systems, I would rather use encrypted email systems, not like Google.com, Yahoo.com. Those are open source ones. I would rather use like ProtonMail.
Hey.
You understand? So that's what we are talking about, security, privacy. And then you know that at least most of the things around you are more encrypted and goes through encryption before decryption. Yeah. It is home, but we have to learn.
But it's like I said in the intro, they have become indispensable. We use it everywhere. So now how do we strike that balance between, getting information from these devices and protecting our privacy?
So well, it's about individuality. the more accessible things becomes to you, the more we give out our freedom. And one thing that I believe that we should be very careful about today when it comes to big data and these things that we have AI, this artificial intelligence. Think about it. Why every country, Western world, they are all developing their AI systems? Because when it comes to those chat prompts, America started with the open AI, where we had a chat GPT.
Yeah.
Quickly, our big boys came in. Chinese came in.
DeepSeek.
Russians are in. They have all theirs. North Korea has theirs, and they are running on the open source. Why? Because they are collecting data, and their data that they collect that we have no idea what these data are, and that's how they are able to get to tell you who you are, what you are.
Oh, but sometimes you prompt them and then they tell you they are not keeping your data.
Would they tell you? Should they tell you that they are keeping your data? Now, let's understand these things. Now, agentic AI. How this AI models? I train AI model.
Yeah.
AI training is just to giving it, okay, I tell you this, and they give them the response. But recent time in the agentic world, the AI model is being trained to learn by itself. So where is it learning from? Who is it learning from? How does it learn? By who? From who? At where? With who? So all these things are things that you should know that they are learning from us. And what are they learning? Our speak, what we say around, our interest and all those things. Yeah. And they keep it at a database. So if they don't keep it, how did they refer it back to you when you need it?
So we can't do without our phones, we can't do without our smart devices. But you're giving us measures we can take, the browsers, the emails and all that.
And then the country as a country should look at how we can also start developing our own technology systems.
We don't do that, do we?
Exactly. We should have, by this time, Africa should have our own AI. So I keep saying that Ghana should have our own AI systems. At least we know that our database is with us here.
Yeah.
In Ghana here, we don't care about data. And they throw it away. If you go to the ministries, they are there.
It's always on paper, and you go and look for your records, you can't find it.
They sell it,
yeah.
And it's a big business for them.
Anyway, for those who are interested in finding you elsewhere,
DK Cyber from Cyber One Defense, Abiling Pay Central Mox.
Okay. On
all social media, DK Cyber One Defense. We are just in Abiling Pay Central Mox. And recently we have developed what we call the 302 Academy. It's about tracking. If you want to learn about how they track you and how to stay protected, let's go to 302.com, 302academy.com. Learn about those things. Very, very important.
And he's already shared a few of those tips. Yeah, all right.
This is just 1% of what we'll teach you.
So 1% of the information that they are gathering. Thank you, David, for enlightening us this morning.
Thank you, my brother.
We'll use the phones, but just be guided how you use them. Now, a lot more conversations coming up, but